Yes, people. Yes, people. Ooh, this background looks funky. We are live. We are live for a big game between Canada and Spain. If you've been keeping track of the earlier results in this day, a huge break for Canada. Huge break. So Puerto Rico got eliminated, the Dominican Republic got eliminated, and Brazil got eliminated. So that means with a win today against Spain, Canada will qualify for the Olympics as well as the quarterfinals of this tournament. So this is an absolutely huge game. Um, things couldn't have broken for us better. Obviously, the result against against Brazil was really frustrating. But if there was ever an encouraging thing to wake up to as a player, forget me as a fan, because I mean, as a fan, I'm just generally gonna feel nervous. But if you think about the players, man, they should be looking at all the results today and thinking, yo, there's a lot on the line. There's a big opportunity ahead of us. So yeah, people, Brazil, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic all eliminated earlier today. So that means with a win today, Canada will guarantee themselves a spot in the 2024 Olympics. And then, of course, like that's something that is huge. The Olympics are everything. But then also, of course, that's what we need to do to win, to advance to the quarterfinals of this tournament and a matchup against what's looking like Slovenia. So big stakes, huge matchup against Spain. Obviously, this is a team that there is some familiarity with. If you guys have been watching my channel, you saw that Canada played Spain in a friendly before this tournament not too long ago. I did a watch along for the game. We played really well. Um, we look good. Spain is a team that doesn't have some of the NBA talent that they've had earlier in their history as a basketballing nation. So we, I don't think you could say that they have the talent advantage, but obviously, like they're just an institution. They have a great coach. They have a good history of these players playing together. They've won some big games. And let's be honest, with Canada, Canada has had some frustrating losses in their history as a basketballing nation. So we're going to see what happens. I'm really excited for the matchup. I'm gonna take a moment to see if I can do something to help the background because I am in an unusual spot today for today's game. So I'm just gonna take a moment and then I'll be right back, people. Okay, this is a little bit better. But yeah, we're back, people. The game is starting. Before the game gets going, again, shout out to everybody that's watching live. Shout out to everybody that's watching on replay. This stream is also streaming on Twitter. So if you're watching on Twitter, hop over to the YouTube. There's a live chat. It's more interactive. It's a lot more fun. And the game is underway. Spain in white, Canada in red. First possession, pick and roll for Spain. Easy dunk at the rim for Willie Hernan Gomez. Canada taking the ball the other way. Dylan Brooks trying to bully his way to the basket. Gets an and one. Gets an and one. Um, yeah, this is I think already more points than he had in the last game. If he makes this free throw, I think he only had 2 points in the last game. And we get a basket on our first possession. I don't know how often that's happened in this tournament for us, but I'll take it. I'll take it. They got the scoreboard wrong early. They got it 4-2 to Spain, which is not the score. It is 3-2 Canada. What are we doing? Spain misses a three, get an offensive rebound close to the rim, and an easy bucket. Those offensive rebounds, I'm not trying to see it. Certainly don't love that. RJ with the ball. RJ gets two defenders drawn towards him. Finds Dwight Powell, who gets an easy basket at the rim. Look, so far, 4 possessions in this game, 4 baskets. Both nations operating pretty effectively offensively. Oh, foul called on Kelly Olynyk. That's rough. That's rough. I think the Spanish player lost his footing before the contact, and then it made the contact look a little worse. And you could read Kelly Olynyk's lips there. He said he fell into me. Whoa. Kelly Olynyk getting bodied a bit there. Jesus. Does that basket count? Oh, Hernan Gomez was really bullying Olynyk underneath the basket there. That basket counts. They need to review that and run it back. Yeah, obviously that's going to be disappointing for people that are. That's disappointing so far because Hernan Gomez has 6 of their points. He's done pretty well. On the first basket, he was kind of left unchecked underneath the basket, and then on this possession, I think Olynyk got switched onto him, and his teammates were trying to feed him the ball the entire possession. And you can just see he's a lot more physical than Olynyk. And I think a part of Brazil's strategy down the stretch against Canada was to give us problems in this part of the court with this part of our personnel. So if it's Melvin Ejim playing off the bench, if it's Dwight Powell or Olynyk as the starters, we don't have the most physical front court or the most physically imposing front court. So you saw Brazil kind of get at that towards the end of the game, and you're seeing Spain early try to get at that as well. So it's 6-5 Spain early. Willy Hernan Gomez with 4 of Spain's points. There's been a basket scored on every possession of this game so far. So if you like defense, this is not the game for you. Canada goes the other way. They get through the full court press. Oh my God, Dwight Powell, what are we doing? Dwight Powell got 2 looks at the rim and he missed both, and then just couldn't get a rebound that he probably should have after the 2 misses. So that's a very sloppy possession. We got through the press really well. Spain pressed high up the court. Canada got the ball to Olynyk, who found Dwight Powell. Okay. Spain just turned it over. They gave it to us back there. Backcourt violation off a mishandled pass. Olynyk will inbound the ball. 7:57 to go. For the people that are watching, sometimes I try to talk through the actions on the court, and I'll say the timing in the game so that people know where I am in the game. Obviously, we can't be perfectly synced up, but at least people have an idea if I'm ahead of them or behind them. But Dylan Brooks just missed a turnaround fadeaway. He immediately gestured to the officials as if he was fouled, but there's no call. Spain will go the other way. Spain generate an open 3 for Juancho. Juancho misses. Spain gets another offensive rebound. That's 2 offensive rebounds for Spain early, and they're calling a foul underneath the basket as Sergio Scariolo claps on his Spanish team. That's another theme of Canadian basketball for this squad that hasn't been good. The offensive rebounding that they've allowed the other teams to do. And it's not even like necessarily centers and big guys just bullying us underneath the basket. Sometimes players from the perimeter will like seep into the paint area as shots are missed and just like lose track of the guy that's supposed to be responsible for boxing them out on the perimeter. and get to the offensive rebounds. Dwight Powell with a block at the rim, which springs Canada in transition, and RJ finishes at the basket through a little bit of contact. Probably wasn't enough to warrant a foul, but it wasn't an uncontested finish either. Good make by RJ at the rim. 7-6 Canada, 6:52 to go. Number 24 on Spain gets a SGA to blow by on a pump fake from 3, but he misses. Dylan Brooks going the other way. Dylan Brooks gets the shot at the basket to fall, but I think they're calling an offensive foul before that. What? Yeah, they're saying he kind of like hit somebody with a forearm on the way to the basket, but I don't know. That's a little bit soft. But yeah, offensive foul. The basket doesn't count. Spain gets the ball. That's 2 quick fouls on Dylan Brooks, who keeps 2 fouls on him in this tournament. He will make sure he gets 2 fouls. So Lou Dort checks into the game for Dylan Brooks, who, come on, Kelly, lost the handle of the ball, turnover. Spain goes the other way. But yeah, Dylan Brooks, he made the first basket of the game with an and one, and I think generally looked a little bit more sharp. Oh my God, Kelly just got dusted on the perimeter and a blocking foul. What a terrible 30 seconds there for Canadian basketball. Oh, that's frustrating. I didn't even actually properly see the blocking foul. I was so taken aback by how badly. Oh, that's not a blocking foul either. That's a charge. Dort did a great job of getting his feet set. That doesn't change the fact that Olynyk just had a terrible 10 seconds there, turning the ball over by losing his handle and then just doing nothing on the perimeter defensively, literally going the wrong way. He took a step to the left as the other guy was taking a step to the right. Oh, that's annoying. Spain makes the second free throw. It was Juancho, so puts Spain ahead 8-7. RJ with the ball. 5:55 to go in the first. RJ finds a cutting SGA under the basket who's open, but he just mishandles the pass and has to kick it to the perimeter to RJ, who misses the 3. More sloppiness, more just a lack of polish. Like Olynyk can't be turning the ball over on the possession before. SGA can't be dropping that pass underneath the basket where it would be an open layup. You just, oh man, after scoring, I think on the first 3 possessions, look, Spain misses a 3, another offensive rebound for Spain. This is, I think, Spain's 3rd offensive rebound in the first 5 minutes of the game. And I'm quite sure the other 2 resulted. And then Hernan Gomez bullies us at the basket. Misses the initial shot, but in the process of getting to the rim, knocks, I think it was Dwight Powell, completely out of the play. And then gets his own offensive rebound against the basket to fall. So themes that are recurring with Canada: offensive rebounds by the other team's center imposing himself the same way Bruno imposed himself last time against Brazil. Willie Hernan Gomez is imposing himself, obviously in a different way. He's a different player, but he's getting the better of his opponent. And just sloppiness generally from our team. Lou Dort hits a corner 3, and he's been good for that from time to time in this tournament. But as we saw against Brazil, Lou Dort making shots will not bail out sloppiness in other parts of the team. So, my goodness. What are we doing? RJ Barrett just, somebody sets a screen on him, and he just like runs through somebody. And soon after that, Spain makes a 3. I don't know if that 3 counts plus an added free throw, but if they get 4 points there, that would be terrible. But yeah, RJ just like runs right through somebody trying to set a screen on him. Which is just like a bad decision. So like the guy who he was guarding got open for a 3 by a screen that RJ just ran through. So that's going to be a 4-point play because of just a bad decision. Wait, he's getting 2 free throws. There must not be in the bonus. Why are there 3 points on the board? Was the score wrongly updated? That's 2 free throws and a three? That's craziness. At least he missed the first free throw. Come on, missed the second. Ball don't lie. 3 free throws? Oh, okay, then the score can't be right then. How did they get 3 free throws and 3 points out of that? What kind of FIBA rule is that? You can see Jordy complaining, and you can see him like at some point turn and say, "Oh my god, they got 3 points and 3 free throws out of that circumstance." Now he missed 2 of the free throws. That is an absurd rule, whatever that is. And then Lou Dort mishandles the ball, almost turns it over, gets it back, but just another string of sloppy possessions and sloppy decisions. Now Lou Dort jacks up a three, misses it. There's a lack of polish in the way Canada is playing basketball right now, and there's just like a rattled undertone to everything that's happening. It's impacting like literally them having the ball in their hands. It's impacting decision making. You're just seeing silliness going on right now. I don't want to see these turnovers persist. I don't want to see this decision making persisting. RJ gets his way to the basket and gets a look to fall. That's his second basket of the game, I believe. But yeah, just play sound fundamental basketball. You have a player in SGA that can generate very good looks for himself and others. You have RJ Barrett, a guy who has the size advantage. Spain makes a three on the baseline. Um, use those two players as the focal points. Put the ball in their hands. SGA, as I say that, step back from the mid range, gets it to fall. I'm still so shocked that they got 3 points and 3 free throws out of that. That's a nonsensical basketball rule. So if a guy runs through a screen and his man makes a three as he does that, that's a 6 point opportunity. Now Lou Dort throws an alley oop in transition on a 2-on-1 with Willie Hernan Gomez. That's a bad. You're kidding me. Offensive foul on Olynyk when RJ gets to the basket. He's about to get to the basket anyways. Was this a bad screen? It's 2 fouls on Olynyk now. There's nothing wrong with that screen. He wasn't moving. Oh, wow. I'm going to be real. With the amount of stuff that seems to be going wrong, the fact that we're only down 4 is very encouraging. I'm so happy that we're only down 4 because it could be going a lot worse with the amount of stupidity that's happening right now. Kyle Alexander checks into the game for Olynyk, who has 2 fouls. So we now had 2 substitutions forced by fouls because Dylan Brooks and Kelly Olynyk both got 2 quick fouls. Spain misses. At least we get the rebound this time. And Lou Dort brings a transition possession to RJ, who has 6 points now, 3 for 3. So RJ already off to a better start than the last game. And our transition game is already off to a better start than in the last game. Brazil did a very good job of not giving us transition looks. Spain is not making the same mistake. Is not doing the same thing and forcing the same issue for us. We are getting out in transition, and RJ is one of the biggest beneficiaries. I think 2 of his baskets were in transition, and if you give him the ability to run at a defense that is not set in this game, he'll get to the basket and he'll make shots. I don't think Spain has any 2 guards that have RJ's size and are going to be able to cope with his physicality. So we need stuff like that to just steady us and get us going a little bit. It's 18-16 Spain, people. 157 left in the first. A really frustrating start due to fouls, due to turnovers, due to the other team getting offensive rebounds. RJ tries to get to the basket, draws the foul, will go to the free throw line. Thank you, RJ Barrett, for steadying us now. Usman Garuba takes credit for that foul there. He knows he did it. RJ at the free throw line, chance to tie the game up. 18-16. Oh no, that's not a shooting foul. And now kickball by Spain, so we'll inbound the ball again. Lou Dort going baseline, finding RJ in the corner. He takes the shot. Confident RJ makes the corner three, gives us a 1 point lead. RJ Barrett, people, 9 points. Been the guy that has kept us steady in this game when a lot of other stuff has gone wrong. Shot contest by Lou Dort was great there. Spain took a very contested jumper, missed. Canada gets the ball. RJ goes the other way. RJ can't get to the basket, turns around, resets the possession. Trey Bell Haynes gets doubled. Bad pass. Bad pass. Tries to pass it to Kyle Alexander. Has to pass it through a crowd. Kind of makes a bad pass because of how precise the pass needs to be. Spain now goes around the screen, gets an open jumper. They miss. RJ with the rebound, getting in transition, bullying his way to the basket, getting fouled. He will be shooting free throws. Thank you so much, RJ Barrett, people. RJ Barrett is like single-handedly steadying the ship for Canada. It hasn't been anybody else. This second unit here that's on the court, or like these second unit players that have to be on the court right now, they're doing their role, but it's RJ that's doing the heavy lifting right now. The fact that there's so much like sloppiness that's gone on for us, and then we have a chance to have a 3 point lead, that is purely because of RJ Barrett and the carry job that's going on right now. People, 11 points in the first quarter. He has 11 of our 21. He has more points than the rest of our team combined. He's, I think, only missed one shot. Playing just sound fundamental basketball, getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line, hitting the open threes when they're available for him. Spain comes back to the other end and hits a three. Hand in his face. It is what it is. You can live with that. Who has the ball right now? Nikhil has the ball. RJ sets a screen. Nikhil gets to the rim, kicks it to the corner. Bell Haynes at the buzzer. Oh, did that have a chance of falling back? So it hit the rim, bounced up, and then Lou Dort, I guess, went to put it back and then realized probably like this doesn't matter. I don't know if the ball probably wouldn't have bounced back down and in. But tie game, 21-21, people. For as discouraged as I felt at different times in that first quarter, very happy to be tied right now. What went wrong in that first quarter? Spain out rebounded us in terms of offensive rebounds by a lot. Willie Hernan Gomez, effectively picked up where Bruno left off at and was bullying our centers. Got his own offensive rebounds, off his own misses. He was definitely a player that imposed himself underneath the basket when Spain had the ball. I think he had like 6 of their points early. Turnovers by Canada, just like sloppiness in terms of like mishandling a pass that comes to you, losing control of your dribble. What else went wrong? Oh, and then there's the fouls. 2 fouls on Dylan Brooks, 2 fouls on Olynyk early. The foul by RJ, for as good as he's done, like again, he's by far made up for what happened. But for the foul that he took on that 3-point shot, like you just don't benefit from running through the guy that's screening you. That doesn't, like, there's no upside there. It's just like you could tell it was a frustration foul. He kind of just lost his head a little bit, and the like insanity of the fact that turned into what was it? 3 free throws after the 3-point shot was made. The fact that that could have been a 6-point possession for Spain was insanity. Like, the right thing is it should have been 1 free throw. Unfortunately, he only made 1 of the 3 free throws. But that was just an insane moment. Um, we're back for the second quarter now. Kyle Alexander's about to inbound the ball. But yeah, man, really continuation of some of the discouraging themes from the Brazil game. But we are still tied. RJ Barrett single-handedly um, steadied the ship for us and kept us in this game. So Kelly Olynyk starts the second quarter, gets kind of like a spins out of the post and tries to get a hook shot to foul. Or to fall, and he misses it. Ball goes the other way. Nikhil tries to swipe at the ball, picks up a foul. So again, like, another foul early, another foul where, like, you didn't have to have that foul. Of course, if he gets the steal there and he gets the easy 2 buckets, great play. But like, the way the ref's whistle is going, we don't need to swipe at the ball. Nikhil aggressive at the point of attack again. This time a screen frees up a shooter. Spain takes a three, another heavily contested 3 with Lou Dort in the shooter's face, and the shooter makes the 3. Canada going the other way. Nikhil with the ball. Nikhil going around the screen. Finds Lou Dort. Open from 3. Finds SGA. SGA gets the 3 off and he makes it. Big shot. Big shot. Ties the game up 24-24. 9:07 left in the second. SGA swipes the ball away. Gets it in transition. Gets a dunk. So the classic SGA swipe on the perimeter. It goes to Lou Dort, who throws it up the court, and SGA gets a basket. So 5 points from SGA in about 7 seconds there, people. These screens from Spain are getting a little bit, they're starting to get borderline. Like, some of them are very good screens, but some of them are starting to get borderline. That last screen on that last possession was late. Was very late. Dylan Brooks checking back into the game. So I think the subs that were in the game for the fouls are not in the game anymore because both Olynyk and Dylan Brooks are back. Our lineup right now is the starters plus Nikhil in for RJ, who is getting a well-deserved rest. Spain gets right to the basket and gets the bucket, 26-26. This is a very high-scoring game, people. A lot of baskets, a lot of makes. SGA mishandles the ball, somehow doesn't lose it, draws 2 Spanish defenders to come get the ball, creates a very open 3 for Olynyk, who misses the shot. That's annoying. Spain goes the other way. They get a 3. They miss. SGA in transition. Okay, thank God. Thank God that was a foul call because SGA, basically, it looked like he passed to Dylan Brooks to avoid the fact that the defender was in a good position to swipe the ball from him. And Dylan Brooks wasn't really looking, so it went out of bounds, and I thought that might have been a turnover, but it's not a turnover. Foul is called on Rudy Fernandez, who looks old as shit. But yeah, he's been around for a while. It makes sense. No shade. No shade at all. Shout out to Rudy. But Canada with the ball. SGA going the other way. SGA misses the shot in the lane. Offensive rebound. Kelly Olynyk tips it to Nikhil on the perimeter, who finds Kelly underneath the basket, who goes up immediately and gets blocked by Usman Garuba. Ball goes out of bounds. So between the miss from SGA, who got a clean look of like, and from a spot that he normally likes, and Olynyk getting blocked underneath the basket, just another annoying possession for Canada. Spain player goes around the screen, gets the ball back, jacks up a 3 because it's at the end of the shot clock, misses everything. Olynyk gets the rebound. SGA goes the other way. Okay, come on, guys. SGA dribbles through some guys, finds Lou Dort underneath the basket, who misses everything, and then saves the ball from going out of bounds, throws it to Nikhil at the 3-point line, but throws it a little bit above him. So when he goes up to catch it, he can't. It goes out of bounds. Spain ball. Jeez. RJ Barrett stepping back onto the court. Dwight Powell stepping back onto the court. Lou Dort and Nikhil off the court. Lou Dort just hit himself in the head like this stepping off. I think he knows he messed that last possession up. But look, there's been a lot of again, like our possessions have been very sloppy aside from the possessions where RJ Barrett just decides to bully himself to the basket or when RJ Barrett gets into transition. Nothing else has gone smoothly. Come on. Kelly Olynyk defensively is putting in a terrible shift today. Bites on the pump fake on the perimeter, and then his man just cuts to the basket and gets an open dunk. There's the really bad blow by. There's been turnovers from him. There's another turnover from him. There's the shot he got, the possession where he got blocked at the rim. He has 2 fouls. Kelly Olynyk is playing awful right now. He's playing terrible right now. It's like he's the player that's it's like he's the one who's creating the nervous energy the most. 5 turnovers from Canada, only 3 from Spain. That disparity isn't like huge, right? But also, like, I feel with the Canadian turnovers, they happen, they're not forced. Kelly Olynyk pull up from 3, misses. Dwight Powell gets his hand on the rebound and then smacks it out of bounds. Obviously, like, it wasn't so simple as that, but like Dwight Powell had a chance to get the rebound and he couldn't. But yeah, just the mistakes from Olynyk. He's not helping us at all right now. Santiago Aldama takes a 3, he misses. RJ goes the other way. RJ pull up 3 in transition, misses. Dwight Powell gets the rebound. And a foul underneath the basket on Dwight Powell's man, who fouled him and lost the rebound. Man, every possession is beginning to feel pretty tense. Lou Dort is checking back into the game. That's weird. Dylan Brooks goes to the basket, gets a shot to fall. Dylan Brooks honestly didn't look too bad before he picked the fouls up. The fouls were idiotic. But obviously the and one to start the game. A lot of the other like he didn't make any mistakes. He had none of the turnovers. What are we doing? RJ just running through another player again defensively. That's twice on RJ. He's done a very good job offensively with the ball in his hand. What is the point of just running through a Spanish player defensively? There's a guy who has the ball, and RJ's man runs around him, and then RJ just continue, like, obviously, right? The whole point of that is to run RJ into the man, into the screener effectively, right? So it's like that's what they're trying to get you to do. But once you the angle of your run is taking you into the player, you got to go around him. Like, live to, and mind you, the guy's shooting free throws right now, right? So it's like the gap between these free throws and whatever shot he would have gotten off of that probably isn't that big. Why are you picking up another foul, getting another foul towards the bonus? Again, in his case individually, that's now another player with 2 fouls on our team. So now a lot of guys are gonna, they're having to manage their foul situation. Olynyk, Dylan Brooks, RJ Barrett, and I think there's somebody else who has 2 fouls. Willie Hernan Gomez goes and makes both free throws regardless. So if he would have got an open layup off of that, it would have made no difference. There's just no need to run into people. Dylan Brooks goes the other way. And I think that's a goaltend. I think that's what they called it. He goes to the basket. I thought maybe it looked like he got blocked, but yeah, that was a goaltend. That was definitely a goaltend. It happened really quickly. I didn't see that the ball was on the backboard first. Spain passed the ball around, generated open 3, make the three. 33-30 for Spain. Alex Abrines with the shot. SGA with the ball. Dylan Brooks kicking it back to SGA. Foul call on number 4. SGA was backing his man down. His man swiped at the ball and he missed. I don't think we're in the bonus, so we'll just get the ball back. But Spain is 100% playing with more polish than us. Like that, even just that last possession to generate that 3, they just played like simple fundamental basketball, kick it to a shooter, pump fake, we have a man blow by, take a step to the side to open up a little bit of space for another player to draw because you draw their defender, give it to them, open 3, make the shot. You haven't seen that from Canada. Pull up 3 from SGA makes the shot. Like, we're just relying on our best players to carry us. And that's fine, to be honest, because I would argue that that's probably what you're supposed to do when you have superior talent and you have talent that can do that. But then when, like, oh, wow, what a block. What a block by Dylan Brooks. People, Dylan Brooks has shown up. RJ now in transition, again, being a bully, drawing a foul. But yeah, when the whole like ISO ball and get your best players to carry you, when that doesn't work, it's very annoying and very frustrating. Wait, that's an offensive foul on RJ? Okay, yeah. I can see why they called it offensive foul. He hooked the player's arm. That's 3 fouls now on RJ. None of them were necessary. And he's our best player offensively in this game. Taking fouls for no reason at all. Spain goes the other way. Shot is missed, but it goes out of bounds. 33-33. Spain gets the ball with 6 seconds left on the shot clock and 3:44 left in the second. What a block by Dylan Brooks. He came to play. That's the thing. Dylan Brooks hasn't done that much, like as much good stuff as RJ, but I don't think he's done any bad stuff yet today in this game. Or like any in the way of like turnovers and like maybe you could say the fouls he took were unnecessary, but even that, just having 2 fouls, if that's the major negative things you've done in the game, that's fine. Lou Dort tries to get to the basket, can't, kicks it to Dwight Powell, who finds Dylan Brooks, who takes a jumper falling to the side, misses it. Spain with the ball going the other way. They generate another open 3 and they make it. Alex Abrines, somebody just loses him. He gets a 3. He gets a good look from 3 and he makes it. Who lost him? Probably Dwight Powell lost him because he had to crash the basket because Dylan Brooks wasn't in position. And now there's a foul called on somebody. Please don't tell me this is another 6-point opportunity. You're joking. This is another foul as a 3-point shot is made by Spain. The last time this happened, they counted the 3 and they gave Spain 3 free throws. Now they're calling it an unsportsmanlike foul against Dylan Brooks as that 3 is made. So what I've seen is that unsportsmanlike fouls are called as like 2 free throws on the ball. So if Spain now gets 2 free throws here, there's a 5-point possession and the ball on stupidity. So now that is like 3 fouls for Dylan Brooks, who RJ has 3 fouls, Kelly Olynyk has 2, somebody else has 2. Canada is playing with just a complete lack of composure, a lack of sense, a lack of like assuredness in what they're doing. A lot of what they're doing is hectic and like haphazard. A lot of what Spain is doing they look like a well-drilled team. They're just playing basic fundamental basketball at a high level. On the other hand, we're making turnovers, we're making fouls for no reason. Um, this is a bad start to this game. Again, it feels a lot worse than the score. The score, we're down 3 right now. Maybe we'll be down 5, whatever, right? It feels like we're playing terrible. Let me see what Twitter's saying. Yeah, so Spain makes the first free throw. He will probably make the second free throw because he's a very good free throw shooter, I believe. 5-point lead for Spain and the ball. 5-point possession and the ball because Dylan Brooks wanted to put his forearm through somebody's chest underneath the basket where he made a mistake to lead to the open three. It's an example of just the lack of sense and the lack of composure in Canada's start as a whole. Willie Hernan Gomez gets a basket at the rim because he just bodies Dwight Powell. Hernan Gomez is dominant. He has 14 points in the first half. He's just picked up where Bruno Caboclo left off. The other team's center just cooking us. Bro, SGA, can you do something for me? We need it. Turnaround fadeaway in the mid-range. Misses. Foul underneath the basket. We finally get one of these calls. Now, did we deserve it? I'm not exactly sure. I don't see what I wasn't watching what happened underneath the rim. But I think Willie's being called on for a foul on Kelly Olynyk, who honestly probably just foul baited there by falling down. Actually, they could have called the offensive foul there on Willie. I see what Dwight Powell is talking about. He caught an elbow to the head area. It wasn't like a full swing because then that would have been like an ejection. But he basically just like swung his elbow gently and moved. He gently moved Dwight Powell's face to the side with his elbow and then got a shot off. So Canada will inbound the ball from the baseline. Nikhil drives to the basket. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Scariolo is upset. 2 fouls from Spain. Both ticky-tack fouls. Yeah, man, frustrating first half to watch. 2:28 to go. If we can get this tied, that'd be good. Again, Spain had a 7-point possession and then a 4-point possession that could have been a 6-point possession because Canada's just silly. Like just nonsense fouls. The RJ running through that screener was just stupid. Dylan Brooks putting his forearm through somebody's chest was just stupid. Nikhil makes both free throws, 5-point game. And I don't know who that was, but somebody. Oh, Willie again. Willie, as a roller, just getting to the basket because he's bigger and stronger than the guy guarding him. SGA gets the basket, gets the layup to fall. He has 12 points now. I think RJ has 12 points. They're the ones that are putting the ball in the basket and like keeping this from being a blowout because nobody else is carrying their weight offensively. Wow. Just a nice passing sequence from Spain gets a wide open dunk at the rim because I forget who it was, but one of the Canadian defenders just wasn't watching their man. SGA gets fouled going to the basket. Nah, Scariolo's coaching circles around Jordy right now. He's impacting the game as a coach much more than the other team, or much more than Jordy. We're gonna need a hell of a halftime speech, a hell of a half set of adjustments at halftime. SGA goes to the free throw line, but defensively, right? Spain is on track to, like, let's say they scored 3 more points, on track to finish with 47 in the first half. That's on pace for like 94. That's so much in a FIBA game. That is so much in a FIBA game. That's the main, like, there's so many adjustments that have to happen. We need to not concede baskets. We need to stop turning the ball over. We need to stop getting bullied underneath the basket, which I don't know exactly how is going to happen, to be completely honest. Because the way Spain is playing, if we're just aggressively, something happened that a foul wasn't called on. Nikhil looks rattled. Nikhil just got called for a foul underneath the basket. There's 3 Canadian players trying to deal with Willie. That's an offensive foul. Did they call that? Hernan Gomez pulled his jersey. That's an offensive foul, right? No, they called that on Nikhil. Yeah, we're just like 3 Canadian players trying to outmuscle Willie Hernan Gomez underneath the basket, and he's dealing with all of them. He grabs Nikhil by the back of his jersey and kind of tugs him back a little bit. Nikhil gets called for the foul. I understand why he looked the way he looked, because initially I was like, is that just how he looks because of, like, he's frustrated? He's got 17 points. He averages 16 per game. He's got 17 in the first half, shooting a free throw for 18. 18 points in the first half. No, this is like outright just Jordy has to now build his whole game plan on stopping Willie Hernan Gomez. Then Spain's probably going to get their shooters going. That's what's going to happen. It's an 8-point game. Canada is playing with no composure, no, like, stage presence. Stage presence is the right word. This is a big game. This is a big moment. You have to play with a certain level of just like presence, and it's not there. It's a lack of it. It's nervousness. It's tentativeness. It's bad decisions. It's mistakes. It's everything you don't want to see in a moment like this. Like, it's an 8-point game, and Spain had a 7-point possession because Dylan Brooks just wanted to foul somebody underneath the basket. After a mistake that he made by himself, by the way. If we just stopped getting in our own way, we would be in this game, despite the fact that we can't stop their center. But we don't want to do that, because while we can't stop Hernan Gomez, they obviously have had a hard time dealing with SGA and RJ. Not to the same degree of dominance, but like, so what? Like, okay, we if we get beat by Hernan Gomez, we can expect Spain to get beat by SGA and RJ. But we're just also not playing smart, fundamental basketball outside of that. I'm at a point now where it's like I just want to get to halftime before, so that the bleeding stops. Full court press by Spain. Possession starts with Lou Dort getting the ball. Lou Dort is gonna hand it to SGA. SGA with the ball in his hands. Nikhil comes to set a screen. The defenders switch. 2 defenders find SGA, who finds Dwight Powell underneath the basket, who is getting just like, again, he can't post up Hernan Gomez, so he doesn't have post positioning. He gets the shot up and misses. I don't want to see that be a look that they go for in the second half at all, because I've seen that not work a lot in this first half. Whenever Dwight Powell gets a look underneath the rim, Hernan Gomez, who's bigger, taller, and stronger than him, prevents him from getting a clean look. And then Spain gets a clean possession the other way. Gets an open layup, or not open layup, they get a jumper from the baseline, clean look. and they get it to fall. 48-38, 10-point game. SGA double teamed, kicks it to Nikhil in the corner. Can't make the three at the buzzer. 10-point game at halftime. Terrible first half. Terrible first half. It's only a 10-point game, but it could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. We're getting out coached. We're getting outplayed. There's nothing that we have that's going for us that's better than Spain outside from, I would say, the transition game. That's about it. The transition game is a little bit better in our favor. And then, like, obviously, we're getting a lot of output from our guards. I think RJ and SGA have 24 points combined. But what does it matter if Willy Hernan Gomez has 18 points by himself and Spain's threes are falling? If we want this second half to be better for us, we need to get the 3-point shot to fall. I don't know how many threes we've made, but it doesn't feel like a lot. We need to get the 3-point shot to fall, just especially because we have to make up a deficit, and Spain is hitting threes. They have 3-point shooters, but also they're generating open looks. Like, they're getting one guy out of positioning a little bit, kicking the ball around, finding a good look from three, making the shot, right? If they outshoot us from three in the second half, how are we going to make up a 10-point deficit? We're going to need them to throw the game away in the way of turnovers, because they're also going to get us on the offensive rebounds. I feel very discouraged about the second half. Very discouraged. And they put themselves in a must-win game against Spain, a proud, established, historic basketball institution with a great head coach at the international level. They put themselves in a must-win game against that team because they wanted to play around against Brazil. They wanted to just do stupidity against Brazil. And for what it's worth, right? Bruno Caboclo played great against Canada. He played, I think he had 18 points in the game, and that was a great game from Bruno, their center, who definitely put a bit of a playbook out there for how to play Canada. Who Willy Hernan Gomez is executing to a much higher level because he has 18 in the first half. Dwight Powell just can't deal with either. He couldn't deal with Bruno. He can't deal with Willy. I doubt that Zach Edey is the solution because he'll provide his own set of problems. But it's just like, why did you have to do it to yourself? Because they did it to themselves against Brazil. They're doing it to themselves now against Spain. If the other team comes out and just outplays you and just does stuff that you can't cope with, whatever, right? You accept it. It's frustrating, but you move on. With Canada, they're just doing it to themselves. The fouls they took for no reason is their own problem. The turnovers they committed unforced, their own problem. The lack of just sticking with your man when your man's not even doing something complicated or like difficult to deal with, that's your own problem. Against Brazil, again, 10-point lead going into like the last final seconds of the third. Obviously, we're down 10 right now, so we know a 10-point comeback can happen and how quickly it can happen. But do I have a whole lot of faith in that happening after the first half that I saw? Not really. Not really, because a lot has to change. We need to get better at offense with dealing with rebounds, Spain's offensive rebounds in particular. We need to be better at the three-point line as a whole, not letting them shoot the three. They have 20 points in the paint as well. So they're getting buckets consistently from the paint and the three-point line and the free throw line. All the best places to get the basket or to get baskets. That's where they're getting them from, right? So cool. That has to change. We have to stop turning it over. We need to start hitting threes. And the thing is like we probably need more from somebody else because RJ and SGA have done well in terms of scoring output. I think they both have 12. Do we now expect them to go for like 20 each in the second half? That's probably not reasonable. So we need them to do what they do and then have other people chip in. So now I'm looking at other parts of the team and I'm like, who am I banking on? And am I banking on Dylan Brooks? Am I banking on Kelly Olynyk? Am I banking on Nikhil and Lou Dort? I'm definitely not banking on Kyle Alexander and Trey Bell-Haynes and Scrub. It's an awful first half. It's an awful first half from Canada, and if they don't come out with like a fiery sense of urgency and a focused kind of plan, I'll be so disappointed. To start the tournament the way we started with those first three wins, to lose these next two games, it's really like disgusting stuff. But I'm gonna take a moment to just get some things that I need for the second half, get some water and whatnot. I'll be right back in a couple moments. Back to watch the second half of hopefully what is a comeback to put us in the Olympics in the quarterfinals. That's not something I'm super encouraged about after what I saw in the first half. People, if you are tuning in and you watch the first half, feel free to get your thoughts in the chat. If you're tuning in to watch the second half without seeing the first half, really bad first half from Canada. No composure, very little sense, lots of silly fouls, lots of turnovers. Unforced, by the way, not a huge volume of turnovers, but generally unforced turnovers. Um, Outside of RJ and SGA, very little offense and no ability to deal with Willie Hernan Gomez. The Spanish center has 18 points. Who he averages 16 per game in the tournament. He had 18 in the first half, picking up from where Bruno Caboclo left off, showing us that we cannot deal with centers now. The second half starts with an offensive foul from Spain. So, look, hopefully we do something early and we get off to a good start, but it's not looking good. I feel like what Spain is going to do defensively is they're gonna they're gonna focus on corralling SGA, not letting us get things at the rim, making us shoot threes because we haven't shown the ability to shoot threes at a high level or even like a decent level from to expect that from a lot of players. So Dylan Brooks gets a foul on the first possession, goes to the free throw line. So 2 quick fouls from Spain to start the second half. Hopefully that's a trend that continues because we're going to need it. Like I said, for us to overcome this 10-point deficit, we have to either outdo Spain at the free throw line or the 3-point line. It has to be one or the other. It's probably not going to be the 3-point line. So we need Spain to help us out. We need mistakes from Spain. We need to stop making mistakes ourselves. Hopefully we can get back into this game. Mind you, people, it's an 8-point game right now. Spain had a 7-point possession because of an unsportsmanlike foul from Dylan Brooks. So, like, it's not exactly that Spain has been able to, like, really put their foot on the gas and just blow us out of the water. But the thing is like, oh, SGA blocked at the rim. Damn, Spain goes the other way. But the thing is like, the level that they're playing at in terms of just getting the simple stuff right consistently, like it's so much better than us that like it's completely bridging the talent gap because there is a talent gap. We have better players. They're just playing so much better than our better players by getting the fundamentals of the sport right. That's resulting in them having a consistent edge, but without that 7-point possession, if Dylan Brooks just doesn't decide to put his elbow through somebody, who it might still be a close game. My thing is just like, again, how do you bridge that gap now that there is a 7-point lead? Because you can't magically, that there is an 8-point lead because you can't just magically act like it's not there. Big foul, big foul there. So Spain misses the shot. Spain misses the shot. Canada has to gets the defensive rebound, and Juancho Hernan Gomez fouls Dylan Brooks. So that's 3 quick fouls from Spain. We're gonna be in the bonus pretty early in this quarter, but yeah, that's the thing. So it's like there is an 8-point lead. How do you bridge that gap when your talent isn't playing up to their potential, and their talent is playing entirely to their potential? You need a pretty big swing to happen. That's another defensive foul. Another foul on Spain. 4 quick fouls on Spain. Let me get this water real quick. 3 fouls on Juancho. 2 in the last minute or so. 3 quick fouls for Spain. That might be the thing that helps us get back into this game. Dylan Brooks finds Dwight Powell under the basket, who gets the shot to fall. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can string together some good defensive possessions, not give up easy layups or good looks from 3. It looks like we're switching everything, right? So Juancho or Willie Hernan Gomez now is matched up with Dylan Brooks. That's a mismatch. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. Dwight Powell gets blown by at the end of the shot clock. Him and Dylan Brooks, man, switched. So while Dylan Brooks was matched on Juancho, that's not a foul, right? Cool. RJ gets to the basket, gets the shot to fall. Somebody tried to draw a charge. but he was careful to not run them over this time, which he did twice in the first half. Foul on Lou Dort, but yeah. So that's the thing. Like ultimately, Dwight Powell got matched up on whoever Dylan Brooks' man was, a smaller perimeter player who just blew by him at the end of the possession, which is annoying because Canada played a great defensive possession up until 3 seconds left on the shot clock, but 3 seconds is all it took. So after the offensive foul by Dort, which is his second foul, Spain inbounds the ball after making a substitution. 6-point lead for Spain with 8 minutes to go. They're playing with, I think, one substitution. Pick and roll results. Oh, an offensive foul. Am I seeing that right? Yeah, it looked like a pick and roll led to an open dunk for Willy Hernan Gomez, but an offensive foul will cancel the basket. That is 2 fouls on shore now. Willie, sorry. That is 4 Spanish fouls in the first 2.5 minutes. So I think we're in the bonus after the next foul happens. That might be big for Canada. Canada has to make the most out of the third quarter. Oh my God. What was that referee thinking? SGA clearly pump fake, got his man to jump in the air, and then did the typical I'm going to shoot as you're coming down and get the foul call. The referee on one side just doesn't call. He signals this, which I think is showing that it's a tip, which in that context I think means he got the ball. Like I don't know what he's trying to say. And then the other referee obviously says, "Hey man, that's a foul." I don't know why the referee on the far side of the court, and even you could see Abrines, the defender, he's pointing, he's at the ref, he's talking to the referee who called the foul, pointing to the other one saying, "Look, I got the ball," kind of a thing. But he didn't get the ball. He wasn't close. The defender was in the air. That was about as clear and obvious of a foul as it can get. And one of the referees just was clueless to it. Crazy stuff. But the free throws now, that would be 5 Spanish fouls, I think. So I think we're in the bonus. Abrines has checked out of the game. And it's a 4-point game. So the Spanish fouls appear to have gotten Canada into the game. I mentioned that we need something to get us back because I don't think we'll do it just playing normally. And I think the fouls might be the thing that help us get back because now for 7 minutes, we play where every foul should be free throws. Willy Hernan Gomez gets a easy basket at the rim the other way. Oh, my God. Lou Dort shoots a 3 and gets an offensive foul by kicking his leg out. Misses the 3. 3 fouls on Lou Dort now. But it's just like, why? Why does he have to take that shot so aggressively? He's Lou Dort. He has made some shots for Canada as a part of this team. But we don't need him to take shots right now. We have a bit of momentum. And then on top of that, you're committing an offensive foul. SGA got switched onto Willie. Offensive foul? So they sent a double team. Oh, come on. What are they calling here? It looks like both teams are complaining. Offensive foul. Yep, offensive foul. There we go. 3 fouls on Willy Hernan Gomez. So SGA switched on to Willie. Second defender came as he turned around in the post, and he just like steamrolled whoever that guy was. Completely just like knocked him down. That's 7 fouls on Spain now, I think, early. Sergio Scariolo just got a technical foul. Spain is seemingly like they're having the same issues of resolve that Canada was having earlier in the game. Like they're kind of just like making mental errors at this point. Yeah, the refs made an awesome halftime adjustment for what it's worth. Canada makes the technical free throw, 5-point game, and I think we have the ball. Yeah, we do because it was an offensive foul by Willie. So look, have the ball, down 5. This is a blessing. These foul calls, these fouls, so the fouls from Spain and the calls from the officials, blessing in disguise. Not even in disguise. What am I saying that for? It's just a blessing. Like this is purely like the fortunate thing we needed to happen to get back in this game. Spain is now pressing Canada full court. and then just releasing immediately. Like they pressed for like a second and then just stopped. SGA with the ball. SGA. Lot of defenders moving with him. RJ gets the ball, kicks it to Lou Dort. I don't need this. I don't need this. Lou Dort finds RJ in the corner, who makes the three. 2-point game. Big shot. That's a timeout for Spain. It must be. No, Spain wants to keep playing basketball. Okay, cool. Come on, Canada. Take advantage of this momentum. Come on. We need a good defensive possession. SGA switched on to Willie again. Defensive foul this time. Foul on RJ. This is I think it's a bold strategy to switch everything on everything, which is constantly resulting in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander guarding Willie Hernangomez, which is constantly resulting in us having to double team him. My take on that is that at some point that'll come up with good looks for Spain from three. We need them to not make those threes when that happens. That will happen, though. Dylan Brooks with the ball. Canada down 2. Dylan Brooks bullying his way to the basket. Gets the shot to foul. Tie game. And Dylan Brooks is gassed. Timeout, Spain. People, 4 minutes and 14 seconds into the third quarter, we have overcome the 10-point deficit. This has been an outrageous start to this quarter. It's insane how quickly they've swung this game. Shout out to the referees. Shout out to the Spanish players for fouling for no reason. 7 fouls in 4 minutes and 14 seconds from Spain have put Canada back in this game. A lot of the things that I said about Canada in the first half, that's going on with Spain right now. So I talked about with Canada how there's just a lack of resolve and a lack of like stage presence in this big moment, right? You're here, but you're playing nervous. You're not playing with composure. You're not playing with like clear, like like clarity of thought. You're just doing stupid stuff on the court. You're making bad decisions. It's flipped all of a sudden somehow. The fouls, I think, started to rattle Spain, and it just unraveled from that point onwards. It's crazy because the first foul happened technically before the clock started. So on the initial inbound to start this quarter, they got a foul call, with 10 minutes left on the clock. And then Canada gets to inbound to start the quarter instead. So look, offensively, we've just done sensible stuff. No turnovers, no silly offensive fouls. Just Dylan Brooks gets to the basket. RJ gets to the basket. RJ makes threes. SGA makes the shots. Like, we've done simple stuff and it's worked. That being said, we're making shots at a really high rate in this third. That'll probably change at some point. The key thing is we need to keep playing good defense. We need to have a series of good defensive possessions. We can't see Spain start to expose us again with Willie Hernangomez, and we need Spain to not make threes, because I think eventually with what we're doing with Hernangomez, eventually it's going to result in open threes for Spain, and we just need them to miss that. Another offensive foul for Spain. Nice. The coach is pissed. Sergio Scariolo is pissed. He's talking to the referee. Rudy Fernandez is talking to the referee. Sergio already has a tech in this quarter. So 8 fouls and a tech from Spain in less than 5 minutes. This is a breakneck pace of fouls. Oh, there's another tech. There's a tech from Rudy. Which results in a free throw, which gives Canada a lead. And he basically kicked the ball away from the referee who was trying to pick it up, but he kicked it towards what he thinks was the inbound spot. So he's pointing. He's like, look, that's just, you're going to inbound from there anyways. And the referee's like, no, man, tech. Can't kick the ball when I'm trying to pick it up. Lou Dort to the basket, gets his shot blocked, goes out of bounds. 7 seconds left in the possession. I'm just getting my charger plugged in. Seven seconds left in the possession. We're still not even halfway through this quarter yet. There's 5:04 left in the third. It's amazing how much has happened in the first 5 minutes. This game does have the feeling of a game that'll have a close finish. based on the sheer emotional roller coaster it's been. I doubt the roller coaster is going to end, but a missed shot from RJ Barrett that's short gets caught and like immediately put into the basket by Dwight Powell right before the shot clock ends. It's a good play by Dwight Powell. We need more of those. Contested three from Spain, and he makes the shot. Dwight Powell flies into Rudy Fernandez, who makes the three over Dwight Powell's stretched shot contest. SGA gets the ball, offensive foul. The help defender came in and set his feet. Rudy Fernandez stepped in, set his feet, got ahead of SGA's path. Very much that was a Kyle Lowry-esque play from Rudy Fernandez. What I will say is I don't know if he got his feet set. But that's what they're gonna call. They're gonna call a charge. So tie game. Spain goes the other way. That's a big set of possessions by Rudy Fernandez after the technical foul. He got a 3-point shot and a charge drawn on SGA quickly. So that's 3 fouls on SGA now, and probably a big set of sequence for Spain. That's what they need. A big set of sequences. Blocking foul from Canada now. Lou Dort tries to get ahead of the Spanish player. Lou Dort tries to get ahead of, I don't know who that is. Lou Dort just gets there a little bit late. 4 fouls on Lou Dort now. Free throws for Spain. Although, to be fair, that Spanish player really lowered his shoulder like a running back in football. He really lowered his shoulder there. That call could have gone either way. 4 fouls on Dort. He checks out of the game. Free throws for Spain. Miss. Makes his first free throw. Brizuela. That's the player for Spain. Yeah, I'm not familiar. Makes the second free throw. 2-point lead for Spain. Dylan Brooks gets stripped, loses possession. Rudy Fernandez goes the other way. Canada somehow stifles the transition possession, gets back on defense. We're set now. Really happy that didn't result in an open look for Spain. And Spain gets a floater to fall. Brizuela with another floater. So Spain gets a little bit of the momentum back. They got a 4-point lead. The charge, the 3 in the charge by Rudy, big momentum swing for Spain. SGA gets the ball, double team promptly happens. SGA backs his defender down, finds Olynyk. Olynyk pump fake, blow by, shoots the 3, makes the 3. Big 3-point shot by Olynyk. First points of the game from Kelly. We really needed it. One-point game. Spain with the ball. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. They kick it to Shooter. Wow, another contested 3. Hand in his face, contested 3. Spain's got a few of them in this game. Canada's got like 1 maybe. SGA with the ball, backing his defender down. Double team comes, finds Olynyk. Olynyk, another deep 3. A replay of that last possession. The same thing happened. SGA backs his defender down into like the baseline area. Defender leaves Olynyk. Olynyk gets the ball, open 3. That one was a deep 3 too. Kelly. My goodness. RJ, like, just sit down on defense if you're gonna let the guy blow by you like that. Open dunk, and he did a windmill too. That's how open the dunk was. Spain with a 3-point lead, and then Kelly Olynyk gets stripped, and Spain goes the other way and gets a basket. 4-point lead, 5-point lead for Spain. It's just like Canada only does a great thing or a bad thing. Like we either make a great play or make a bad mistake. There's very little that's happening in the middle in this game. Another three from number 12, Claver. That's on Jordy right there because Jordy had an opportunity to take a Santi Aldama. Santi Aldama, two huge threes there. That's a that's Jordy. The camera panned to Jordy after that dunk and like the terrible possession defensively. Um, it looked to him and he was like, go, 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 as if a Canadian player looked at him and was like, are we calling a timeout? He said no. He let the players play. Another bad defensive possession. Like they had a 7-0 run in 53 seconds. It's like you can't just do something in the middle. You have to play either terribly or you play well. That last possession, Canada found themselves basically in a position where there were two Spanish players on one side of the court, one guy in the corner, one guy kind of in the wing above, and one Canadian player. So they just passed it around, get the defender to commit to the guy in the corner, and then Santi Aldama takes the three from the wing. The fact that Canada is in that position in the first place is a product of a defensive error. And then the possession before, RJ just getting blown by completely. His man not having to do. Santi Aldama himself got the 7-point lead. He got 2 threes and a windmill. What a set of sequences from Santi Aldama. And like, wow. Averaging 9 points a game in this tournament. He has 15 today. He has 7 in the last 53 seconds. But yeah, like just we either make great plays or we make mistakes. It's frustrating to watch. That's not a foul. RJ gets swiped. The foul call isn't called. They called something or some violation happened. I'm not sure, but Spain is inbounding the ball, so they get the ball off of that. Jordy could have called that timeout. Didn't. Spain has got a lot of momentum going now. They miss a shot. Canada goes the other way. Melvin Ejim tries to kick it to the corner. Ball gets hit by a kickball. Damn. Damn. Canada with the ball. Who is that? Is that Ejim shooting a three? Why is Melvin Ejim shooting threes? Excuse me, where did this... What is going on? And now a foul called? I'm going to be honest. Tournament on the line, Olympics on the line. I don't want to see bench players. Like, we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. We had such a fortunate break in the first 5 minutes to get us here. We don't need Melvin Ejim minutes. He shows up, misses a three, fouls a guy at the basket. Usman Garuba makes the first free throw, 9-point lead. So just like that, our hot start is gone completely. Man, Spain's punishing us. Every time we lose composure, they punish us. They punish us. And look, people, Lithuania beat the States, so our side of the bracket wouldn't even have the States if we won. We could have a decent run to the finals, but we want to do stupidness. That possession there was disgusting. That was legitimately disgusting stuff. Nikhil Alexander Walker gets double teamed and trapped, and just like obviously does nothing to get out of it, fumbles the ball, drops it on the ground, has to try to do something with it, kicks it to somebody, right? I think it was RJ, who has the ball now with like 5 seconds left in the shot clock, just like hurriedly gets the ball out of his hands, throws an alley oop to the basket, not catchable by whoever's there. Possession gets wasted, and then the ball ends up in a Spanish player's hands in a way that starts the transition look, and Spain gets an open dunk. Um, we're just getting schooled. We're just getting schooled at the FIBA level right now. This is what this is. We got such a fortunate start to the third quarter, and they're schooling us. They're showing us that look, we understand how to play this sport. We understand how to play this game. If you slip up for even a second, you will get punished, and that's what's happening. We're getting punished. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is just like it's this game isn't just discouraging because of the outcome of the game so far, right? It's a 10-point deficit, must win game, or 12-point, but whatever, right? It's the fact that like Canada just looks so not ready for the big stage. Like so not ready. The way they're playing right now, it makes you feel like cool. Even if we win this game, we're gonna slip up at some point to somebody. It's gonna happen. Like it's I I don't look at this and feel encouraged of like, oh, we may have messed up a chance to win this whole tournament by losing to Brazil. Because whatever, right? You lose to Spain, it's not that bad. Losing to Brazil, awful. But to be in this position and like to see the way they're playing this game, is not just losing to Spain. It's losing to Spain with so little, like look like they don't look fit for the moment. They don't look ready to be here. They don't look ready to play high stakes basketball or to like have to deal with pressure in a big moment. They look so not ready. That's the discouraging part. Let's just get through this quarter. 12-point lead for Spain. We didn't call a timeout when we could have against this team. Dylan Brooks pull up three, makes the three. 9-point lead now. Willie Hernangomez not on the court. We need to make the most of these minutes because we know the Willie minutes we haven't done well with in this game. Pull up three from Spain. They miss. We get the rebound. Dylan Brooks goes the other way. Lou Dort. Pump fake. SGA with the ball. Aggressively pressed by number 4. Foul. Spanish foul. The fact that Spain made that run while they were in the bonus as well, we couldn't even get a foul called. Terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. Camera pans to a Spanish player on the bench biting his nails. I don't know why you're biting your nails, buddy. You guys should feel good. Melvin Edgem should be biting his nails. Pull up three from SGA. Foul called. Foul called. SGA to the free throw line. So the quarter might start on a 6-0 run. It might if he makes his free throws. .903 to go. Canada down 9. Everything to play for. Who's starting? Because they're showing Kelly Olynyk on the bench. I'm trying to see who's starting on the court right now. We might be going small. Yeah, Dylan Brooks is our 4 right now. SGA makes the first 2 free throws. Last free throw will be shot with a chance to make it. 6-point game. Misses that free throw. Oh my God, Dylan Brooks just play with some sense. Tries to swipe at the ball to get the miss. Legitimately smacks the hell out of Santi Aldama. Now, I don't know if that's going to be an unsportsmanlike, but it could be if they wanted to. They're probably going to review it. But like, it's not going to be free throws because it's early in the quarter. They have the possession anyways. But like, if he risked an unsportsmanlike on a play like that, that's ridiculous. Yeah, they're going to review it. And they might call this unsportsmanlike, and he probably gets thrown out of the game. Let's see it. Okay, I think what's going to work in his benefit is that the where the ball is, that's where he swings his arm, and the guy's head is kind of to the side. It's kind of to the side. And he hits him with like his armpit area or just above it. So that might save him from getting thrown out of the game here. Come to think of it now, maybe that's a flop. No, it's not a flop, but like he doesn't get hit with his elbow. He doesn't hit him with his elbow, his forearm, his hand, anything. He hits him like over here. So it's like obviously an accident. This can't be ruled an unsportsmanlike. I don't think. Yeah, they show the replay over and over and over and over again. I obviously don't know what they called, but wait. Yeah, so Dylan Brooks is in the game. There's no free throws for Spain. They're inbounding the ball, so that didn't get called as a unsportsmanlike. Rightfully so. Spain with the ball, up 7. Santi Aldama, turnaround fadeaway, misses. Usman Garuba with the rebound. And Lou Dort kind of tries to wrestle it. Jump ball is called. Jump ball is called. That's he's probably not going to win the jump ball, but that is big that wasn't a foul there. I think because like at this point we need as little fouls as possible. We need Spain out of the bonus as much as possible. I think Lou Dort himself also has 4 fouls, so he can't afford to pick up anymore. Spain is looking for a foul call, but they're inbounding the ball, so that means they did call a foul. Whatever. Spain, SGA gets blown by. And he gets his swipe at the ball that works. Wow. Or the other player just dribbled it out of bounds. But Spain turns the ball over. Let me get a better angle at this. Yeah, so SGA gets his hand in there, swipes at the ball. The guy loses control of it a little bit and then just smacks it out of bounds. So Canada gets the ball, down 7. Come on, gotta have something. Gotta have something. RJ backing down, finds Dylan Brooks at the perimeter, gets double teamed. SGA kicks it to Dylan Brooks in the corner, contested, misses. Dwight Powell tries to tip it to the perimeter. He just can't. The Spanish players go in transition and travel. That player traveled. So turnover from Spain, which is what we need a little bit of. Canada with the ball. Turnovers are 13 to 11. It's not that bad in terms of the disparity, but like I said, I think a lot more of Canada's turnovers were like unenforced and just like mishandling the ball because you just lose your dribble. Dylan Brooks pull up 3, makes the shot. Two big threes from Dylan Brooks in the fourth. Two big threes. He's the camera pans to him like talking to the bench and then realizing he's like, shit, I have to get back in defense because Santi Aldama is running down the court. But yeah, 4-point game. Down four. Usman Garuba still in the game. These aren't the Willie minutes. Oh, Dylan Brooks with a big steal. Don't turn it over now. Get up the court. Okay, let's go. Let's go. In transition. RJ in the corner. Chance to make it a 1-point game. He misses. Come on. Dylan Brooks got a big steal. The Spain team, the point guard got to one corner of the court, tried to throw the ball baseline across to the other corner. Dylan Brooks saw it coming from a mile away, got ahead of it and caught it. Sprung us in transition, and the transition resulted in a good look for RJ in the corner, and he just unfortunately can't get the shot to fall. Come on. That would have been that felt like it could have been like a similar swing that the Rudy Fernandez 3 in charge taken was. But alas, it's not. 13 seconds left in the shot clock. Spain dribbling the basketball. The guy gets to the basket. He misses. Dwight Powell with the rebound. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. RJ in transition. Gets to the rim. Misses. Lou Dort with the rebound. Ball kicks to Dylan Brooks. Kicks it back. Gets it. Lou Dort gets in the corner and again, but he misses. Two good looks from the corner. Down four to make it a 1-point game. Both are missed. They're showing Spain hasn't scored in 340. Yeah, but like we're not scoring enough in that 340 because Spain will eventually start to score. Pull up three from Santi Aldama. He misses. Spain gets the offensive rebound. Oh no, that offensive rebound thing is. I hope it doesn't rear its head again. Santi Aldama gets the basket, gets by Dylan Brooks, gets the bucket to fall. 6-point game. Santi Aldama, 17 points, people. Santi Aldama and Willie Hernan Gomez have combined for like 35. They're carrying their team. SGA and RJ they've probably scored the same. Canada fighting for the offensive rebound after a Dylan Brooks miss. Lou Dort draws the foul, going to the basket. Santi Aldama gets called. I don't know if that's free throws. It's probably not because Lou Dort didn't go to shoot the ball. Oh, man. Again, they're panning to the Spanish bench, and the guys look exasperated. But why? You guys are in an okay spot. You guys should feel good. Oh, they're giving free throws to Lou Dort. The Spanish coach, Scariolo, is like, hey, he's passing it. He was passing it. And he did. Lou Dort, after the contact, turned backwards to pass it to somebody. But they're giving free throws to Lou Dort. I think he'll probably split them anyways. Like, this isn't even that bad from Spain. I don't know why they're tripping. He missed the first free throw. There you go. But yeah, ball don't lie, I guess. Missed both. Spain with the ball. Look, those two missed threes, those two missed free throws, that feels like not a thing that happens when you're about to win a basketball game and pull off a comeback. That does not feel like what happens. Foul on Canada, reach him. Why is Edgem playing with 5 minutes to go? Why does this have to happen? 5 minutes to go with our season on the line. Why does he have to be in the game? Lou Dort checks out. Olynyk checks in. Nikhil is in the game now as well. Edgem is out of the game. 6-point game. Willie trying to back down Dylan Brooks. Finds a cutting Spanish player who misses. Oh no, Edgem still is on the court. This is a really weird lineup. We got two bench players in the game and SGA out of the game with 5 minutes to go with our season on the line. Olynyk misses a three. Edgem can't get the offensive rebound. Guys, our season is on the line and SGA is not in the game, but Melvin Edgem is. 5 minutes to go. If players need a rest, I get that, but we need it too badly right now. This is a 6 point game. We're on the brink of this being unworkable. It's not that far away. And of course, like the course of just how these things work, Willie Hernan Gomez is now in the game and now causing problems again. He gets fouled at the rim and will now shoot free throws. Is this a foul thing? Like, do we have guys have did somebody foul out that I didn't keep track of? SGA back in the game. But yeah, this will probably be an 8 point game with 4.5 minutes to go. I don't have expectations at this point. Willie misses the first free throw. Maybe if he misses the second, I'll feel better. Again, why? Camera pans to Spanish fans. Why are they so stressed? If I was them, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be enthralled. I'd be like, look, this Canada team can't string together like long moments of good things happening. Like they just have little good moments here or there. Makes the second a 7 point game now. Dylan Brooks going to the basket, gets the look to fall. His defender did a pretty bad job of keeping him ahead of him. Dylan Brooks has 19. Yo, we have a lot of guys scoring a lot of points. We just have played no defense in this game. Nikhil gambles on the steal. Hernan Gomez draws the foul again. Hernan Gomez to the free throw line. 4 minutes to go. Come on, get us a miss. Get us a miss. Four fouls on Dylan Brooks now. They're just going to rack up fouls for the end of this game now. All of our guys are kind of in foul trouble. Hernan Gomez is a bully. Like he's going to have a very easy time getting fouls called against him. And he's now a respectable enough free throw shooter. Makes the first one, 6 point game. Makes the second. Man, 4 big free throws. He made 3 of them. 7 point game, 4 minutes to go. SGA, double screen ahead of him. Gets the switch on Willie. Step back 3. Miss. Rebound. Rebound's kicked out. SGA in the lane again. Finds Nikhil in the corner. Nikhil needed it. Needed it. 3 point shot from Nikhil. 4 point game. Nikhil with his he had 2 points before that shot. Got 3 points with that one. Now playing aggressive defense on the perimeter. Goes around the screen. Spanish player swiped by it gets swiped by Nikhil, but the Spanish guy saves it. 4 seconds to go. Jacks up a 3, misses, and we get the rebound. Wow. Okay. That possession went well. And then Dylan Brooks dribbles it right into a Spanish player. Gets stripped. Ball goes the other way. Spain with the ball now. Again, I was surprised we got the rebound because, again, that many fortunate things tend not to happen to us in a row. And then what happens? Dylan Brooks dribbles right into a turnover. So Spain misses again now. And then they foul SGA going the other way. I don't know if this will be free throws or not, but frustrating game. Man, Rudy Fernandez is like 40. He's got to be food defensively. Rudy Fernandez is old as hell. I think they just took him out of the game, which is funny that happens as I say that. But man, Canada inbounds the ball. Like somebody on Spain should be food defensively. It's jarring how few open, good, easy looks that we've gotten. Okay, come on. Dylan Brooks with the ball, gives it to Kelly. Get it out of their hands. Give me RJ and SGA. RJ goes to the basket, dribbles it out of bounds. Could have been a foul. Probably wasn't enough contact to be a foul. RJ dribbles the ball right out of bounds in a big moment. See, like, we can get it to this 4 point deficit, but then something happens, right? Last time we had it at a 4 point deficit, 2 open corner threes missed and then 2 free throws missed. This time, Dylan Brooks dribbles into a turnover, and then RJ turns the ball over out of bounds, like just dribbles it out of bounds. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like we're gonna get this job done. Spain passes the ball into a kickball, into a Canadian leg. They get the ball. I think the shot clock reset to 14. They just subbed Dwight Powell into the game. They took Olynyk off. I don't know if it's a foul thing. I don't know what the adjustment is, but if anything, like maybe Olynyk, who's hit a couple threes, can hit a three at this point. Willie backing down Dwight, takes the shot, misses. Dwight with the rebound. Spain is faltering offensively now, but so are we. Down the stretch is when shots can't fall, I guess. SGA goes around his screen. That's an and one. Yes! Finally, it happened. He had Rudy Fernandez on him and just patient, slowly dribbles, gets to the basket, gets the layup to fall at an awkward angle. He actually didn't even get swiped by Rudy. He got swiped by Willie trying to block the shot. Rudy Fernandez there, he was looking like food defensively. So this is a big free throw. 78-76. Chance to make it a 1-point game. 1:51 to go. This game has been stressful. It's been a roller coaster of a game. SGA makes the free throw. 78-77. 1:47 to go. Nikhil is on instead of Kelly Olynyk. Otherwise, everybody else are starters on the court. Foul called. Willie Hernan Gomez is going to the free throw line. Dylan Brooks got his hand. He tried to get his hand in the way when the pass got into Willie. He immediately shot it. But that's RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett picked up 5 fouls. I think he's out of the game. But basically, he tried to get a steal, tried to get a turnover, just couldn't get the ball. And then the way Willie Hernangomez caught it, he could put it up immediately. That's a shooting foul. So he gets 2 free throws and fouls RJ Barrett out of the game. That's bad because RJ was a guy that was getting us buckets in this game. Got most of them in the first half, but like now we have Lou Dort on the court down the stretch. All right, Hernan Gomez, I need a miss from you. I need 2 misses from you, matter of fact. Makes the first one. 2-point game. Chance to make it a 3-point game. 24 points from Willie, man. 10 for 11 from the free throw line. This is a 7-footer that's a bully, that's bullying us, that's making 10 for 11 from the free throw line. Come on, we need a miss. You're due a miss. Makes it. 11 for 12, man. This guy's a sniper. Guy's a bully and a sniper. 3-point game. Spain is up with 1:30. Usman Garuba is checking into the game for Willie. They're taking Willie out of the game? Maybe that's a response to us going small. Anyways, 3-point game, 1:26 to go. SGA with the ball. Dylan Brooks, pull up 3. My goodness. Makes the 3. My goodness. He went up for that. I was like, this is a high leverage moment, man. If you miss this shot, I'm going to hate you. If you make it, I'm going to love you. 80-80, 1:09 to go. Willie Hernan Gomez is not in the game for some reason. Dylan Brooks, what are you doing? Oh, my God. He got a defensive foul called. He drew a foul. He got stepped in, and I thought he maybe was going to get a blocking foul. Dylan Brooks out here trying to win a basketball game. My goodness, that 3, the sequence of hitting the 3 and then getting that turnover on Spain is massive. Oh, he forced him out of bounds basically. So a Spanish player was driving baseline, and he beat him to the spot, and he forced the Spanish player out of bounds. Oh my God, fuck. 80 to 80, 53 to go. To come all this way, man, you got to get this W. You have to get this W. SGA, step back, deep two, makes the shot. Makes the shot. That's my superstar right there. That's my superstar. SGA. Stone cold assassin. Not even reacting. Knows that there's still a job to do. Dylan Brooks to take us to the Olympics. Score and time check. Canada's up 82 to 80. 42 seconds left in the game. Sam, I don't know if you've been keeping track of this game, but it's been an emotional roller coaster. It's been a complete, just difficult game to watch, but we're up to at the end, and I think we're very fortunate to be in this position. Timeout was called by Spain. They have the ball. Hold on. So what is it, 42 seconds or 52? Because they took the thing off. But like, I think we're in a position where if we play it right on our next possession, we should be able to get the last shot, which is what we should be aiming to do. I've been watching the box score, tuned into the stream for the last few. Man, oh man. Okay, so Canada basically played really bad in the first half in terms of making like self-inflicted errors. So bad turnovers because you just like mishandle the ball and dribble the ball to the other team. Like on the defensive end, just running through Spanish players for no reason. Losing track of 3-point shooters. The Spanish center, Willy Hernan Gomez, picked up from where Bruno left off in the last game and just bullied us at the rim. But somehow we've persevered. We're up 2 now. 42 to go. Spain with the ball. Spain needs a basket. Dylan Brooks tips it. I think that messed up the Spanish play that was drawn up. Spain now kicks it to the basket. A steal by SGA. Canada has the ball. SGA dribbling up the court. He's probably going to get fouled at some point. Fouled with 21 seconds to go. 18 seconds left. My God. Oh my God. SGA at the free throw line with a chance to win the game. They were trying to pass to Hernan Gomez underneath the basket. SGA got in the way and stole the ball. SGA makes the first free throw, 83 to 80. Free throw to make it a 4-point game with 21 seconds to go. Puts it up and puts it down, 84 to 80. 4-point game with 21 seconds to go. Let's go. SGA and Dylan Brooks in this last minute have been perfect. You can't ask for much more than they've given you. Oh my God. What a game. Okay, so Spain has no timeouts or challenges left. We have the timeouts. So the thing is, they're in a multi-possession game for them. Like, they have to score, they have to foul us, then they have to score on that next possession, which they will not have a timeout for. So they're going to have to draw up multiple plays. They're going to have to execute 2 plays without grouping together again. If I'm Canada, I'm not calling a timeout and letting Spain also reconvene again. Jordy got to get off everything he has to get off for these next few possessions right now. Do not call a timeout and let Spain get together again. Make Spain play basketball without a timeout for the rest of this game. Whatever happens on this next possession, whether they score, whether they miss, whatever happens, Canada has to be ready to inbound the ball and get to the free throw line. The ball should be in SGA's hands because he's the sniper. I don't want to see Lou Dort at the free throw line. I don't want to see Dwight Powell at the free throw line. Nikhil and Dylan Brooks, whatever. But it should be SGA. Spain inbounding the ball. They inbound it. They get their play going. Number 24 tries to get to the basket, gets the shot to fall. 15.9 to go, and Spain got the basket to make it a 2-point game, 84-82. And Canada will not call a timeout, which is smart. They will not call a timeout. Nikhil, who's inbounding the ball here? Oh, man, getting a defensive stop there would have made this game so much less stressful. But of course, they had to be annoying. Okay. 15.9 to go. Spain has no timeouts. SGA will inbound the ball. It looks like Dylan Brooks and Lou Dort are in the backcourt, and Canada's called a timeout. So I guess Canada wants to organize themselves. But again, now Spain gets to essentially draw up and figure out what they're doing on that on this next possession that they get the ball. And they also got a chance to see what Canada did defensively on their last possession there. So we'll see how much that benefits them or doesn't benefit them. But I think it would have been better if Canada could just get the inbound play to go there, to get it to work, and to get the ball in SGA's hands. But nonetheless, Jordi Fernandez is going to draw something up. Hopefully we get the ball in our best player's hands, and hopefully he makes both free throws. I feel like the assistant coach, I could read his lips. I feel like he said they are going to trap. So it'll be interesting to see where the ball is going to end up. Are they going to put the ball in a corner where a player could potentially be effectively trapped, or if they're going to make a point to put them in space where a trap isn't really going to is probably won't work. But they're showing a replay of that last basket. Some random guy on Spain that hasn't been getting buckets the whole game gets an ISO possession against Lou Dort and goes right to the basket. Like, it's frustrating. Kelly Olynyk in the game to inbound the ball. SGA gets the ball. 2 Spanish players fall down. He dribbles up the court and gets fouled. 13 seconds to go. SGA to the free throw line. No timeouts for Spain. 1 timeout left for Canada. Dwight Powell checking into the game to rebound in the event of a miss. And Spain making some substitutions of their own. So people, big free throws here. Big free throws. Exhale. SGA makes the first free throw. 3-point game. Chance to make it a 4-point game. Big moment. Big moment. I'm nervous as hell. I don't know how this guy's shooting free throws and making them. Makes the second free throw. Stone cold killer. 4 free throws and a mid-range jumper in the last minute of such a high-stakes game. Okay, Spain going up the court. 8 seconds to go. They get the shot up. A 3-point shot from Santi Aldama, and he makes it with 5 seconds to go. This Santi Aldama guy is pissing me off. SGA gets the ball and is clobbered out of bounds with 4.5 seconds to go. So SGA will now have more high leverage free throws. Spain has no timeouts. So it took Spain, I believe, 10 seconds. There was 15.9 left on the clock before, right? It took them about 10 seconds to get up the court and get that shot off. They have 5 seconds, 4.5 now. They have 4.5 seconds now. So this last shot that they get won't be good. But SGA needs to make them both, man. I don't want to see a 3 for the win. Makes the first shot. 87-85. Last free throw. Make it a 3. Let's make it a 3-point game. Makes the free throw. Okay, 3-point game, 4.5 seconds to go. Spain inbounding the ball. No timeouts. They pass it up the court. 3 seconds to go. They're just going to jack up a deep 3 front rim, but he misses. Canada with the win, people. We got it done. We persevered through all the nonsense. We played bad to start this game. We did not look ready for prime time, but we got the job done. People down the stretch, SGA and Dylan Brooks, an all-time classic. SGA 6 for 6 from the free throw line and a mid-range jumper to get to and a steal. People, people, unreal game from Canada down the stretch. Uh, they showed a resilience and a spine that I questioned at certain points during this game because it didn't look like they were ready for the moment for a lot of this game. Spain barely missed that last shot, by the way. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody watching this right now and is tuned into this live. Shout out to anyone that might watch this on replay to catch these last few moments. If you're here right now, man, make sure you smash the like button in the name of Canada getting to the Olympics and the quarterfinals. Make sure you press the like button in the name of SGA being elite. Subscribe to the channel. This has been a crazy finish. This is the kind of finish that it makes you look at it like, okay, maybe we can win this tournament. Because again, a lot of the stuff that Canada did wrong in this game, I thought was like damning for this team's hopes for the rest of the tournament. But then that finish, I'll be real, it makes all of what I said kind of seem silly, right? Because that finish is like, it's everything that you would have wanted to see throughout the beginning of the game, throughout the first half, throughout stretches in the third, end of the third, going into the beginning of the fourth. Those were all really rough moments on a really big stage. But to finish like this, despite all of that, is huge. So before we head out, I'm gonna look at the bracket and I'm gonna see if we can. I'm gonna look at the bracket and I'm gonna see if we can establish the path to the semifinals and the finals. Man, I'm giddy, man. That was unreal. That was unreal. Okay, people, can share my screen now. So this is the bracket as of right now. L2 will be Latvia, right? So Italy, USA, Germany, Latvia on one side of the bracket. I think USA, Germany is a pretty strong favorite to be that semifinal. And then on our side of the bracket, people, we'll be here at L1. We'll be playing Slovenia, Luka Doncic's team, and then we'll go up against Lithuania or Serbia. So Serbia is without Jokic, and Lithuania has Valanciunas. So we got to get through Luka and Valanciunas to get to the finals. From what I saw against these past two teams, Valanciunas might be a pretty annoying player to go against. But we'll see what we can do against Luka. We got to deal with Luka. He's going to be a problem. But look, they have to deal with SGA too. So this is the path to the finals. We're in the Olympics, people. We did it. We made it. It's been an awesome time. It's been stressful, but it's been fun in the end. I'm happy that we made it. And yeah, guys, make sure, again, like I always say, like the video, subscribe to the channel, stay engaged. That type of engagement helps channels grow. And I'll catch up with you guys later, man. If you're watching this on replay, I'm sure it would have been fun to watch me in the moment be all like stressed out and frazzled as this game happened. But to watch this on replay, knowing that we won, would probably be a fun time. Yeah, anybody that's watching right now, shout out to you guys for bearing with me through this game. It's been a crazy game. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel in the name of Canada getting to the Olympics. More watch-alongs next June, obviously. But yeah, stay tuned in. A lot more content coming up. You guys have a great time. Celebrate this win.